Welcome back to Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth. Joining us via phone from Crime Stoppers, it's Rania. I am not going to butcher your last name, Rania.
Mankarious.
Rania
Yes.
Mankarious from Crime Stoppers of Houston.
Yes.
My heart's a little sad because I don't get to see her smiling face because we're doing this over the phone. But nonetheless, welcome to Access Houston.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. Thank you.
So let's talk about this month. Before the month wraps up, this month is what awareness month?
Yeah, we're focusing on teen dating violence. You know, it's a big issue, and people don't know 1 in 3 adolescents in the U.S. is a victim of physical, sexual, emotional, or verbal abuse from a dating partner, and very few of them talk about it. Only about a third will ever share that this has happened to them, and when they do share it, they're telling their best friends. They're not even necessarily telling an adult. So we felt it was important for kids to be aware, for schools to be aware, for parents to be aware, so that they can step in if they see any potential signs.
You know, Rania, there seems to be a sort of, I don't want to use the word surge, but there seems to be a climb in rape culture, it seems. And I say that because I'm hearing of a lot of teens that are dating and something goes wrong, be it if they're at a college party or at a nightclub or, you know, just with all of the different instances that we've been hearing about here in the news. And I thought to myself, this is not good.
Yeah. Well, think about what teens today are growing up with, and young adolescents. There's a lot of violence, whether it's in video games or TV shows. You know, honestly, I have 3 little kids, and I'll look at some of the cartoons and the commercials that come on, and I can't help but think, my goodness, it's unbelievable, but that this is the direct marketing to, you know, an 8-year-old. And so there's a change in the culture that kids are being raised in. But then add to that the fact that teen dating violence is all about control. Mm-hmm. And with social media and this ability to have a tab on somebody at all times, there's an easier ability to control people. So you always know where the girl that you're seeing or interested is or isn't, or who she's with, if she's going to be at a party, if she's not going to be at a party, if she said she's going with her friends and actually there's a guy there that you don't want her. You always can control. You have an opportunity to get upset. You have an opportunity to see what they're doing. You have an opportunity to make demands that maybe are unreasonable. And victims find themselves in situations more readily. Things have changed. And so when you have this culture of kids that are raised around violence and aggression, add to that this ability to control the object of their desire, let's say, as they age, it sets up a scenario that is not always healthy and not always safe for victims. So we also know that, you know, things are being publicized more readily. We see pictures of girls being victimized on Facebook or social media, or they're sharing it through Instagram or YouTube videos. I mean, horrific, senseless activities that kids are getting a kick out of. So it's a really, really interesting dynamic that we need to really look at.
Yeah, social media and the internet does play a large part in it, because with what you just mentioned, to your point, of the videos being seen on YouTube and these blog sites and social media, it has, I believe, desensitized the teens to the severity of the situation.
Yeah. Sensitized or made them feel empowered. It's really it's an interesting walk, because on the one hand, it's, you know, the state of the victim is not even an issue anymore. But on the other hand, if you can play a role and be sort of the person you just looked up to in a video you just saw or whatever you were just looking at, now you can kind of step in those shoes, be the dominant factor, have full control over somebody else. There's this feeling of empowerment. And that is what we're trying to discuss. When we go into various schools, when we're out in the community, what are you seeing? What are you identifying with? What are you feeling is a sense of control and empowerment, and is making you feel more of a man or more of a woman or more of a whatever? What is it and why? And let's think about what healthy relationships look like, what unhealthy relationships look like, and let's realize that when you victimize somebody, you have a victim that's going on and is traumatized for weeks, months, years, depending on the personality you're dealing with. And then you have the aggressor that's more than likely going to face criminal charges and is going down a path that is not the best path for him or her to walk down. So either way, we want to nip this problem in the bud as soon as we can.
Absolutely. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Rania from Crime Stoppers, and we're going to do just that. So Crime Stoppers has brought to the forefront about teen dating violence. And I understand that there's an app that the teens can download to report such
Yes.
such criminal acts.
Yep. Yes. We figured, okay, well, let's think of our school-age population. And, yeah, we have a tip line. Everybody knows it, 713-222-TIPS, and it's fantastic, and people use it, and it's a very, very, very successful tool in the city. But teens, more than likely, are not going to pick up a phone and call. They're on their phones. They're taking pictures. They see videos. They're texting. And so we launched the Crime Stoppers mobile app with those young people in mind. We want them to know that if they see something, they hear something, and they're going to take a photo of something, they can send it to us anonymously. It's always anonymous. We never ever know who you are. You can text us. You can send the video. You can call us right through that app, and it will put you with us. You'll have access to us. You'll be able to share your information with us, and then you'll get a code number. We will ask you to keep that code number and follow back up with us, because even after you send your information to us, we can never call you directly. So you'll get that code number, and we'll ask you to stay in touch. And what we're also doing is we've launched a digital video. We've worked with teens in the Houston area, sat with them, say, what do you experience? What have you seen? And they've really helped us to create the narrative. They acted out and they did reenactments of things that they have seen in their lives. And then we take that video and we use it as a discussion tool where in any school that we're in to say, look, this is a picture of an unhealthy relationship. What did you see? What were the trigger points? What looked good? What didn't look good? And then we have those teens on the same digital video. They reenact a healthy scenario, and we're able to put the two in comparisons together and walk the kids through what it looks like. It's a very, 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 very upsetting to me to know that some of these kids have no litmus, no baseline for what a healthy relationship looks like. They don't see it at home. They don't see it with older siblings. They don't see it in the programs they watch. They don't have any idea what that is. If we can be that one small voice of what a healthy relationship can look like, then we want to take that opportunity to offer them that as an example.
Oh, absolutely, Rania. Where can they, to the people that are listening and want to check this video out, where can they go see that?
Actually, it might be on our YouTube page. We show the video in conjunction with our free Safe School program. When we go into the schools, we talk through it with the kids as we're sitting there, with the teens as we're sitting there. But a lot of those videos are on our YouTube page, which you can get access to through our website, crime-stoppers.org.
Absolutely. So make sure you go there and check it out. Another thing that you all are pushing, just in response to the school tragedies and the recent school incidents of dangers and threats to campuses. You all are offering a positive story, a positive reinforcer for parents and students about your tip line program and how students can use it to report the dangers of suspicious activities on their campus. Can you talk about that a little?
There isn't a topic, I think, that gets my blood boiling more than this one, because you have kids all over this city, whether they're in communities of greatest need to the communities of greatest wealth, that have one job during the day, from 7:30 to 3, and that's just to go get an education.
Yeah.
Go to school, get an education. And those kids need to be able to do that without any type of fear. They really do. And I don't care the age. I don't care where they are. They need to be able to do this. And when you have kids hearing that so-and-so has a weapon in the locker, or so-and-so has, is planning to do this or do that, or there will be a fight, it kills me that those students might feel like they don't have a voice, they don't have a place to go, because they're certainly in fear of their own safety.
Right.
Crime Stoppers is a tool for those kids. They can call us again anonymously. They can contact us through the mobile app. They can pick up the phone and dial our number, and they can tell us what they know is going to happen, and then we will go deal with it in a way that keeps that school safe. And, we've been doing this since 1997. I was just talking to someone on Saturday, and they said, Houston is so lucky we don't have a Columbine High School here or any of these national tragedies. And I said, it's not necessarily that Houston's lucky. It's that Houston has had Crime Stoppers Safe School program, and we've been in the schools since the late 90s. We have removed almost 300 weapons from our schools.
Wow.
And it's unbelievable. We don't run out into the news and tell everybody what we've done.
Right.
We do it quietly. We do it efficiently. We do it effectively. The most recent school case we had was in a local school. There was a fully loaded handgun and 2 fully loaded clips, and a student knew that it wasn't right for that student to have that weapon in their locker. They called us anonymously. We've never known who that student was. We were able to go in and remove that weapon, and that's our goal. We know that those kids are the first line of intelligence. They're the first people to know that something's going to happen. So if we can just get there before a tragedy ensues, we will have saved one life. We will have saved many lives, and at the end of the day, that is our goal.
And I'm glad that you all are pushing toward that, because one of the most incredible things about Crime Stoppers and what it is that you all offer for the teens is that security of being anonymous.
Yes.
And so, being a snitch or a rat or a tattletale or something, that's not cool. You're not supposed to go run and tell that, or go back and tell what's going on. So the fact that they can report something that they know is wrong and not have to worry about having that snitch, and I'm using that in air quotes, tag on their back, that is very comforting.
And we've had people say, well, you shouldn't feed into that, and they need to learn that they see something that's not right, they need to say it. I disagree. These kids live in a certain reality, and I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all, and I'm the last person that's going to say, speak up, even if it means you put your own life at risk. I don't feel that way.
Yeah, because it protects them.
Exactly.
I mean, their life could be in danger just by some idiot teen knowing that they went and, told the principal or counselor or teacher, and then next thing you know, they're beat up or,
or a sibling in their home or whatever. No, I believe 100% that these kids should have every safety tool available to them. And if it helps them speak when they know that no one will ever, and I mean, literally, we've been around for 35 years. We cannot tell you who the tipsters are. If you're listening to this and you've called the tip line, we never ask for your name. We don't ask for a phone number. If you don't call us back, we can't even give you the reward money. So, and even when we give the reward money, we have an agreement with a bank here in town, and you go through the drive-through. You don't even go through the bank, and you give them a different code number. So, at every point, we make sure that your identity is safeguarded.
So discretion is key with you all.
Yes.
It's paramount, actually.
It really is. It really is, because the program rests on the fact that a tipster needs to feel safe when they call us, and that they share, real information that we can use to solve these cases quickly or thwart cases quickly.
Absolutely. For the teens and the parents that are listening, they can download the app. It's just Crime Stoppers.
Yep, Crime Stoppers mobile app. You can get it on Android, Google, the iPhone App Store, and it's Crime Stoppers of Houston. You'll see it. It's free, and we hope that you will download it and use it if you need it. It will also tell you where the nearest law enforcement storefront is based on your location, and some other information about what we're doing at Crime Stoppers.
Absolutely. And then, of course, the infamous hotline to call is
713 222 TIPS 8477.
That's right. Tips. Rania, thank you